Good evening, folks. How are we all doing today? Right, well, we are finally back in, real space, I guess we should call it, because we had some warp shenanigans last time as we traversed the map. But we are safe. We are low on our navigator's points. I can't remember what it's called. Navigator's focus. We are okay because we are getting close to Dargonus. Yep, I got the name right. And we've got some stuff we need to do. One of which is going to be to plot some routes, I think, so that we can jump around the system easier. Back to I don't think Footfall's a good one because we can get to... There's a couple of things around. What's the one I'm looking for? Where's Janus? Ash World, is it this one? World. Janus, there. So, I want to plot a route from Dargonus straight down to Janus, and then Janus straight over to... not you, it's you. Kiavagatma. And then, if possible, another one back over here. So we've got this nice little triangulation of safe routes that we can jump back and forth on. But after a hell of a clash with the Dark Eldar, who hounded us out of the system, and we only just managed to win, leaving 3 of the 15 attack cruisers alive as we fled. Flee being the victory condition, surviving being the victory condition for that fight, and we did damn well on it. But we should probably make our way. Unforeseen events. That was where we got tossed all the way over here, wasn't it? We got thrown all the way across the galaxy and ended up down like Forgotten Twins or something. Yeah, and we had to work our way back up. And then we couldn't figure out what to do next, but that's fine. Right. Yup.
Ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange
insect-like
creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psycho perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming his brain. The corpse and the insects were safely disposed of.
Where is the thing I need to fix that? Bird, Happy. Oh, where's it gone? Right, first of all, we've already had that. I'm sure we've already done that one before. That's fine. Let's just check the mods and see if this is the same bug we had prior. Yeah, there's no options available. So, where is my... Is that? There. The download's gone. No, it's not. It's hidden down there. Right. Yeah, look. It's uninstalled itself again. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Means we're going to have to close the game. Fast bot. Jeez. Right. I wonder if it's doing it because I'm running it from a... Because I'm running the installer from a zip. I wonder if it's treating it as But it's weird that it's only doing it twice out of like the 12 sessions we've had. Very confusing. Especially since now I've got to go and reconfigure all the voices. Wrong button. That didn't fix it. Why didn't that fix it? Because yet again it's listed as not installed. Install 64-bit, thank you. Wait for that to finish. Uninstall, yes. Reinstall. Close. Reopen it. That is now listed as installed. I wonder if Windows Update is cleaning it out, because I have just literally run a Windows Update before this stream. Like in between 2 hours ago and now, I've run a Windows Update because I was having some issues. Okay, so it is working now. Now I've got to remember which one's which. I remember the narrator was MS Andrew -2.
Speech mod for Warhammer 40k. Rogue Traitor. Narrator voice speech test.
Seem to have saved Ava.
Speech mod for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
That's right.
Protagonist voice speech test.
Female voice was Jenny.
Speech mod for Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader. Female voice speech test.
I don't think it was.
Speech mod for Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader. Female voice speech test.
I don't think it was that one either, but I actually kind of like that one. Keeping that one. Male voice was Stefan Remy.
Speech mod for Warhammer 40k. Rogue Trader male voice speech test.
That's right. Right, well, jump back in. How are we doing, Rain? You having a good one?
Ship's enforcers notified officers about a strange insect-like creature appearing on the astropathic chamber deck. The entity was destroyed, but the incident was recalled a few days later when one of the astropaths lost his mind, shrieking about a splitting headache. The psyker perished shortly after, and the autopsy revealed the presence of countless bloated larvae consuming. A trickle of disturbing news came from the Navigator's sanctum over the last few days. Allegedly, there is a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in real space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the roiling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg.
Okay, well, we've had this one before because we've already done that, and I do remember this one. Let's try firing torpedoes this time.
Trying to fight against a creature surpassing the size of a void ship is folly, but the element of surprise is a powerful thing. After receiving a blow, the creature loosened its grip and let the ship surge forward. Before the monster could close its tentacles around the hull again, the Navigator and the crew executed an emergency translation to real space. The unplanned jump was a success, although the hull did take minor damage.
I'm alright with that. Right. So this is as far as we made it. We scanned the system, but we never actually entered. Nama 4. Oh. Pirates. Let's dive straight in and have a go at them. Clear out the system, make it safe. And yes, I believe that to be a bot, and Oh, thank you. Why would you have... Why would you message me? If Cairo_TV is your name, why would it not be that on Twitch? The place where the TV part matters. Like, no. Okay, shields are still up. Bleeding damage through. Torpedoes launched. I go there. I can hit him. Technically be front side. So would that... I would have to go there. But then that one couldn't hit him. I then go there. So if I open with that. Then broadside.
Leave their hulls strewn across the stars.
Activate the Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
I was gonna try and blow it up, but that now seems a lot riskier than it would have done. I'm gonna leave those there. Let's book it this way. Let them chase us. That gives us a turn to regen our fields and also detonate you. And I'll also reinforce shields rear. And lob a torpedo to spin around behind us. And why not? Let's see what weaknesses you've got. Damn, okay. That's going to spin around and come towards us, and that weakness is no longer going to be valid. Cool. Switch that to port. Weak points. Can I have multiple active? Can. If that comes running down there, it's probably going to take a shot at him anyway, but it should leave us pretty much open to just slam into its weak spot. Exactly like this.
Activate the Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
Oh, your warp engine detonated. What a shame. Too bad. So sad. No way I'm going to get in range of that. So, let's make him chase us a little bit more. One more space would have made it. Okay, so if we go there. Open with that.
The engines.
and primary cannon. Okay, alright. Steered straight through.
For the von Valancius dynasty.
Get wrecked, I guess. Cool. Right, is this another burning planet? Lava world. We don't have any extractium, so we can't get the food, but to be honest, we're good on food anyway. There it is. There's the last part. Okay. What does that do? Where is it? I just added it to my inventory, so where is it? Have they already combined? Specification of name, date, oldest to newest, newest to oldest. Yes, there we go. Right.
When the servants of the Omnisia assembled the parts of this ancient mechanism, quiet clicks sounded from within and the cogs stirred into motion. The metal plates of the Archaeotech compass parted, releasing a cascade of golden rays. A hololithic projection shines between the rays, a model of the star system Mu-Ro 79. One of its worlds is marked with an unknown symbol.
Ooh. Okay. Phlogiston we're okay on at the moment.
The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle.
Risk it.
The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns.
Plasteel. The ancient mineral was plasteel. God damn it. It's a 5 set as well. That's not a bad run. Speaking of, we should probably check our worlds. Right. What were we doing here? Ah, no, it was here we were doing it. Active life is force. Efficiency 5. Our efficiency at the moment. So there was something else here that was going to give us 2 efficiency. Was you, but we know it can't be that because we need 5 for that as well. Ah, there's nothing else there that gives efficiency. I thought I did. I thought I had something that was going to give... We really need that. We are miscounted. Do we have anything else that's going to give us efficiency on a global scale? No. Quite frankly. Yeah. Okay. Anything that's going to give us people. Money that costs people. I guess we do this one then, get some profit factor and get some Saturnine engines. Adamant plus flog. Adamant mech plus. So we should still have enough. Just 1 and 1. Yeah. Okay, we'll set that one going then. Can't afford anything there. Right, I really need that Giants. And now we take the subworlds, or do we? Why have we not got a scan range here? I guess we get that from there. Oh, because we've already done it and it's perilous. Okay, let's head down here.
A catastrophe in the Omnisia's hallowed halls. One of the few magi assigned by the machine cult to serve on the Von Valancia's ship has lost his mind. Singing distorted Benheric liturgies, the heretic has broken the sacred code rhythms and turned the ship's machines against the rest of the crew. The superstitious Voidsmen are paralyzed with fear before the mad servant of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Only the Lord Captain can stand against the madman. To battle.
Oh. Okay. Guess we're going to go and butcher yet another tech priest. Seems to be happening a lot. Right, well, first of all, we have levels to do. Right, so we get some new cool stuff. Where's the option at the top to... What? Why have they changed this? Where's... Where's the list of just favourites? That's annoying. Okay, so you can close the windows, and those windows will then only show you the favourites. That seems like a silly patch. Where's the things across the top that just let you choose them? Right, what were we going for here? One AP less for backline. That's actually, now I think about it, really good. Because it works on him, knocks his fire at will down to 2. I'm going to fire at will. And we want... All of these are not for us. We've got to take a skill that we don't really care about there. Right, Bacon of Might. Turn temporary wounds into strength is probably the one we're going to end up with. Yep. No, of course not. We do that one. Every time he taunts someone, he gets 5% per taunt. 5% armor per taunt, sorry. But I did see the patch notes for this, for the latest update. And apparently, operatives are one of the weakest... Operatives and assassins are the weakest archetypes. And yet Kara and Idra are my absolute highest damage dealers. So I don't know what people are doing that makes the others so powerful. Kara, I don't think we need power weapons yet. 5 weapon skill or agility. Yeah, let's take some agility. Let's just keep you alive a little bit longer. Number of stacks times 3% more damage from the assassin's attacks. Okay, because you're an assassin as well, aren't you? Oh, you're a bounty hunter. Oh no, that'll do. Every time she dodges, she does more damage. Yeah, okay.
Available talents.
He hasn't. Oh, say I didn't realize I'd clicked on there. I was like, he has no talents. He cannot pick anything. Hmm. I don't think we're realistically going to need anything else on you, so this is just optimizing now. Let's do subtle manipulation. Let's give if somebody gets close, she doesn't She can kill them without taking a hit. It's either going to be heightened concentration for armor pen, or pierce the armor for armor to make. I think that one's probably better because it lets other people do damage as well. Right. Where's this mad tech priest?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
There. Yoo-hoo! Nothing here so far. Okay.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Wow, alright. Okay, there's actually a lot more here than I expected. Oh shit, and a turret. That is a melter turret with a max range of 26. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Shit, okay, yeah, we're not outranging that. Defensive point, is it? No. Okay. Minion, you. However, give you... Shit, can't. Give you the stats. And...
On it.
Killing zone. And make you take a turn. So that I can... taunt all of you. Put my parry up. Don't think I need the brace just yet. Let's make that a killing zone so they die quicker. Tragedy combat attacks 1 round. All attacks in the area is inflicted by overwhelmed. Effect on enemy that fails a willpower test. Okay, let's pop that in as well. Kara. You can't get anywhere near as far forward as I thought you would.
Nothing I can't do.
Jeez, a lot of HP. Right.
If it serves your cause.
Thanks very much for the follow, Fluffy. Welcome in. Should have gone for that. Okay, time to be in pain. Ah, damn. Don't come any closer. Okay, good. Right. Can't. You can.
Was that you? Or
no dodge available for you. Means you get it.
Anything else?
But no target for those. He's going to get those 3 anyway, so... Must we save yours? Okay, Pascal, you might need to start retreating, if I'm honest, mate. Great, put this in out of line of sight. Go there. Oh no, I haven't. I'm Being an idiot. Nothing to that. Even less to them, though. Hello. Oop. And a boop. Ow. Ow. Okay, luckily melters did not hit. Right. Stat boost for you. Extra turn for you. Dodge for you. Burn for you. You are triggering perils so often.
On it.
Okay, you've got that on there, so we can spin you. Why can't I use that again? Oh, it takes movement points. Okay. Hammer Memum. I love Hammer Memum. Clear line at a lot of targets here. I might start chipping away at the turret. I'm honest. Hit that. I don't think I also hit the turret. No. Right. Next attack target affected by exploits. That target's cover, efficiency, and block will be reduced by a number. So let's make sure it definitely is affected by exploits. Pop that on. Give ourselves the plus ballistic. Set the shot. And then we should hopefully kill it next turn. Right. Set you on fire. Set everybody on fire. I didn't kill him. Dodge for... Damn, cast it on myself. Meant to cast it on Kara. Why I thought that was it. Right. If we just open up there, it does have a chance. What's the highest? 25... 50 for there. Okay. We want to put another trap down so this guy doesn't come any further forward. Want to exploit it. What's that? Oh, Medicaid mech. I remember. Shit, he's just doing no damage. Right, I think it's retreat time for you. Can't, damn. All of you, hit me. Fences up. Parry up. Extra health. And which one is the close combat? That's you. Fuck. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. Okay. Scary moment is over. Set that as a walkway. Bonus stats for you. Can't see you for the free movement. Really? This warp tremor is happening in every goddamn game, even when the degradation is really low. I get you back up? It does not. Which means Jolette's down as well, which means the cannon isn't going to go down this turn. Damn.
Suits my purposes. Nothing of value has been lost. All too easy.
I can't change this in battle, can I?
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
It just can't hurt them. He just has no armor piercing on it at all. Ow. Actually damaged me. Those two didn't get back up. They were down for an extra turn. I go there. Can't target those as a stand-up. It's not gonna help. No, I don't have the AP to do it. Oh, good dodge. That couldn't realistically have been any better. Whack it with thine axe. He was so powerful in melee.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Where is your AP, my good friend? None of that, sir. Boop. Boop. One just stood over there, not doing anything. Right. Let's put crit zone there. Make it a move zone. Give you free movement. Get into position. You've already had stat buff. No, you haven't. Do I do no damage to that? Oh no, because it doesn't show you the damage on this shot, does it?
Your cause.
Watch out!
How much was ago? We went in the tournament. The first people we were up against abandoned, so we never actually fought them. We lost against the second ones, but still managed to go through because of someone else abandoning. And then we won the third one, so we actually, weirdly, in our bracket, came third overall, which was kind of weird. The person who won our bracket never lost a match, so obviously they won. And the only other person above us, the people above us, were the ones who beat us. So that's why we were below them. They got 5 points, we got 4. So yeah, it was quite good. And then we did... then we went 6-2, so we won in just normal games. We won 6 and lost 2. We won 1, lost 1. Won 5, lost 1. So we had a really good streak of 5 wins. And dance about.
I'll pass.
No suitable path to the target. Okay. Fine then. I'm going to have to go there. Hit you. Then dance past you. I don't think I can get you. You're out of range, so we stealth. Oh shit, nearly one-tapped that turret. In which case, let's hunt that then, so that it's dead.
I understand your intent.
Prove my ballistic skill and... go for a bigger shot on you, 29, 27, so that just improves accuracy, so let's pop that. Make sure you don't live through the turn. Burny, burny, burn eternal.
Was that you? Or...
No one should interact with such energies.
And yet we do. Think you can do anything else, and you've already attacked, so end your turn. Don't think you're going to be able to do anything from up here. And get a shot there, though.
Request approved.
Nope, nothing else you can do. Right, parry up. Go there and smack at a guy. That makes priority target, right? No, that's an if.
Victory is imminent.
Okay, just this one to go then. Right.
I know what is to come.
It's a gun servitor. I should probably play it safe.
Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
If I were to add a species to 40k, notably missing are the lizardmen, but I don't think they'd fit in very well. Especially since they were technically in at one point and have since been removed. What would I add? I don't feel like there's anything missing from 40k. I feel like they've actually weirdly covered a lot of bases that most sci-fi miss. I think storyline-wise, I'd bring back the old ones. Or, rather, I'd confirm that the Ethereals are the old ones. We've already got the Northerners. We've got Valhallans, Space Wolves, and Squats. They're already in. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't feel Warhammer is missing anything.
It's as good as done.
Right, so let's go through sci-fi. Xenomorphs. They already exist. They're lictors. They're part of the Tyranids. So we don't need that. Robocop. Mechanicus has Robocops. You have a lot of Robocops, if I'm honest. Terminator, Necrons. Starship Troopers. Both sides are in it. We've got the Imperial Guard and the Tyranids. Ooh. Zerg, Tyranids. I mean, it's kind of weird to even bother mentioning any of the StarCraft stuff because StarCraft was originally a Warhammer game, so that's why we have Tyranid, Space Marines, and Eldar. What aspect of Dune would you add, though? Just Shai Hulud? No, the Eldar aren't Fey. The Eldar... They're as close to Fey as we'll get. but they aren't themselves Fae. How to describe the Eldar? The Eldar were created by the Old Ones to fight the Necrontyr, who are the original species that became the Necrons. They were created along with three other races, one of which is believed to be the Orcs. And when the Necrontyr were beat back to their planet and essentially came back as the Necrons, the Eldar accidentally opened up the Eye of Terror. Well, technically the Dark Eldar did. Don't have a turn. Opened up the Eye of Terror and caused all kinds of shit. So the Eldar, the Old Ones died, and the Eldar took over their webway, their teleportation systems. Yeah, that's how the Old Ones got the idea. One of the Old Ones found a bit of he found an old mouldy sausage that had been left behind his fridge from a millennium. That's how they got the idea for them. But the original lore is that the Old Ones created 4 armies. One was essentially a hit-and-run tactics. That was the Eldar. One was a brute force, and we don't know who they are. They were like a sledgehammer service to just beat the crap out of anything that moved. We don't know who they are, and no, it's not the Orcs. One was their second... They were like frontline technicians and smart people, and that was the Gretchins. And then one was, we just don't know. We think it was like a military force that used airships and magic and psychers and things like that, more so than the Eldar. But we honestly don't know who they were. Once the Old Ones were gone, the Eldar fled into the webway. The few surviving Gretchins realized they needed a force similar to what the Old Ones had, which was just a brute force. We need something in front of us so that our guns can work. We need a slave race to tank shots while we batter the crap out of everything. So they built the Orcs. Unfortunately, the Orcs got just one of the Gretchins decided that it would be better if the troopers were smart, so they didn't have to give them so many orders. And they got smart enough to overthrow the Gretchins, and they've been enslaved ever since. So, not ideal. My theory is that the Old Ones have since, when the Necrons came back, because they went to sleep, they're like, the galaxy was ravaged, the Eye of Terror had opened, there was no life left. There was no threats to them. So they went to sleep to repair and rebuild. Let their servitors do all their work and come back to a galaxy that was wholly theirs, that there was no other life in. When they came back, they found us. A lot of everything. And just after they came back, humanity discovered the Tau, which were then obscured by a warp storm and artificially accelerated technologically.
Is there money to be made?
In a very specific way that's good at fighting Necrons. So I think the Ethereal who lead the Tau are actually the Old Ones using the Tau as their new force. It's a combination. Instead of having the 4 armies, instead of having the strong, the smart, the mobile, and the magic, what they've done is they've broken one race down into 4. You've got the Air Caste, which is your pilots and your navigators. You've got the Earth Caste, which is your Gretchins, it's your builders, it's your creators. You've got the Fire Caste, which is your frontline army, i.e. the Orcs. And then you've got the Water Caste, which is your diplomats, your sneaky guys, your Eldar. So I genuinely think that the Old Ones are the Ethereals. I would like to see the Old Ones come back in full force and be like, yes, we are the Ethereals. Now is the time to strike. Turns out there wasn't just 2 of us left. We are going to go at it, kind of thing. They have bred more Ethereals since, more have turned up, but it's not an Iron Warrior. It's a tech priest. His name is Pascal. and he doesn't have a bolter at the moment. He has an autocannon, like a heavy stubber, like essentially a 50 cal, but it's not been working out too well. So now he does have a bolter. So he has a healing mechadendrite with stims and Medicae stuff in it. He has an omniscience staff, which does electric damage. And he has a heavy bolter. Not just a normal one. He has a heavy bolter. So this guy is my heavy weapons expert. I don't know where you got Iron Warrior from. Iron Warrior's Space Marines. We don't have any Space Marines. Right, charting routes. Ooh. Oh, those link up. That's nice. I think we head down here. How are they good against the Necrons? So, most people who have reached galactic level still, to an extent, use solid projectiles. Imperium uses stubbers, sluggers, bolters. They have developed energy weapons. We do have las weapons, but realistically, they're not that good, and our really high power energy weapons, plasma and nova cannons, are so unstable that a lot of people daren't use them because they will just explode and kill the person using it. It happens all the time. You roll a nat 1 on a plasma pistol, you have to see if that thing blows up and hurts you. They're not good. Even the Eldar, the older races, while they have Webbers and all that, you know, they do have some energy weapons. They mainly rely on shuriken catapults, which are nanomolecular physical projectiles designed to sever atoms. They are designed to slip in between anything and really do some damage, essentially. Like more akin to vibro blades from Dune, weirdly. But they do have energy weapons, but again, they're still mainly using projectiles. Orcs, they don't know how to make energy weapons, they just throw things at you. Chaos are basically us. Any energy they have is warp energy, and that's really difficult to control. Dark Eldar are Eldar. They've invented a darker version of the Bright Lance, which is a little more powerful, but again, still tend to use shuriken catapults mainly. But the Tau, they use no physical projectiles other than missiles. They have Seeker missiles, sure, but even those are fusion warheads. They're energy-based warheads, rather than kinetic damage, or physical explosions, to be fair. All of their weapons pulse-based. And pulse energy, when it hits a Necron, stops its living armor from regenerating. You can take it away and you can get rid of the damaged part and you can rebuild it. But if you hit a Necron with a bolter or a las, it will bounce off, it will cause some damage, it will sever a limb, sure. But it will pick it back up, reattach it, and carry on. That happens far less often with pulse weaponry. It's the Ethereals have given them weaponry to kill the people who were beating them, essentially. So it feels like a bit of a no-brainer to me. Like, everything about the Ethereals screams we are the old ones. And yet, weirdly, if you go and talk about it in the community, everybody's just like, it makes no sense. But it does. Now they're confirmed to be these guys. Like, okay. But that doesn't preclude the fact that maybe they're not the old ones. Maybe they're the precursors to the old ones. Maybe they're the visible arm of the old ones. It screams it to me, and everyone's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them.
Okay. Also, just to kind of extend that a little bit, even the tactics of the Tau are designed to beat Necrons. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are solid tactics, but they basically revolve around two precepts: the Cao Yon and the Mont Ka. The Cao Yon is the the open. I think it's basically the open hand and the closed fist. I can't remember what Cao Yun is exactly, but Montcar is hammer blow. Just find out the exact translation. Not consent. That's it, right? Yeah, it's the patient hunter. It's the patient hunter and the hammer blow. So the two precepts they have are basically do as little as you can to satisfy the needs, essentially. You know, pinpoint target, ambush, assassination, do whatever is needed without ever engaging the foe. It's constant hit and run tactics. Exploit the enemy's weakness. Where they are slow, we are fast. And then as soon as you get bogged down into a fight, you switch tactics. You no longer try and escape. You bring in the big guns and you go Montcar, you go hammer blow, and you make sure that once they are down, once the ambushes have worked and the supply lines have been severed and the command structure has been cut off, you make sure they never get back up again. You crush them into oblivion. So even their tactics are but inherently anti-Necron. There's nothing there. This is Muro, isn't it? Yeah, Muro 79. There was the Void Station here. Okay. I knew there was something here. We just had the message about it. The compass. Don't need plasteel.
The priceless discovery left the crew speechless and shaken. The ancient Imperial Ark ship, Hammer of Redemption, was hidden below the surface, impervious to the Augur's sight. Had the rogue trader not found pieces of an Archaeotech compass that resonated with the vessel's defense systems, it would have remained lying in a bottomless chasm, lost and undeservedly forgotten forever.
Oh shit, we just found an Ark. That's all we got.
The Adeptus Mechanicus acolytes studied the ancient data archives and concluded that the vessel crashed about 300 years ago after running into an asteroid stream. Hoping to rescue at least some of the colonists, the captain dispatched 4 lifeboats whose tragic fate you already know. Although time and weather were not kind to the Hammer of Redemption, the crew still managed to salvage plenty of valuable items.
Okay, so that's something that went out from Earth before Old Night descended. So that's at least 15,000 years old. Minimum. The wearer can re-roll any failed test once for each test. And it grants +10 to all skills. That's insane. Can I get that on you? What would we replace? Yeah, okay. So we would in total lose we would lose a +5 to carouse because we'd lose the 15 but then gain the 10. And instead gain, make sure that's right. Yeah. So we would then gain 10 to literally everything else. It was 1. No, they didn't have warp back then. Humans didn't have warp until far later. The reason it's an arc ship is that it was a slow moving, they didn't really have FTL, so they just got there when they got there. The colonies lived and died on the ship until warp was discovered a lot later.
When the rogue trader's ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with the hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An explorator Lex mechanic who introduces himself as Service Unit 42 dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the rogue trader.
Plunder the station! Lose 2 fuel. Okay.
The station thanks the rogue trader for her cooperation and presents her with several containers of unused reserves as a token of its gratitude.
2 times range weaponry for 2 times fuel. That's a bonus. That's better than we had.
Upon consulting data from the station's main cogitator, Lex Mechanic Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transuranium elements or natural gas for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the rogue trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative on Footfall will certainly repay her for her aid.
Oh, and then we already gave them the elements. Okay, so we gave them the thing without knowing why. Because we're just nice, you see. We're just nice. I actually, you know what, thinking about it, I don't know how they got around before warp travel. Did they have any form of FTL or close to FTL? I genuinely don't know.
One of the macro-cannon clans has sounded the alarm. The bay's ventilation systems have brought in the miasmas of some terrible disease that is killing dozens by the minute. Even more horrifying, the dead are rising to their feet and attacking the living while some of the corpses are losing their human forms altogether, turning into unspeakable warp beasts. It would be suicide for the troops to storm the bay. Only the fearless Lord Captain and her retinue can stop this plight.
Alright, well, I guess we're going back into a fight then.
Your demise is already calculated.
Prepare for battle. Right. You're in my cover, sir. I think I'll just sit back here. You can go right down on the front lines there. You're going to dance down these stairs. You... Kara's definitely going before him, isn't she? Yeah. Go there. Oops. One's the wrong person. Right. How much health do they have? 25. We are going to pick these off like they do not exist.
I won't compromise my principles.
One round, all attacks by allies in that area inflict overwhelmed. Sure. How can you not get there? Damn. Okay. But you can walk there. Why can't you move there?
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do.
Damn, I don't even know what killed that one. I'm a memum. Can't quite see it from there. Let's see if we can one-shot this thing, shall we? Not quite, not unless we crit. Hell of a lot of damage, though.
Follow my lead.
Come on, guardsman. Good man.
Follow my lead.
Come on, guardswoman. Loving it so far. Ooh, it healed. Okay. So you heal through that.
Will do.
It will be done.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish I hadn't taunted now. And one for you. And one for you. And one for you. It's whack-a-mole time. And one for you. And one. Wait, you're a tally man? No, you're a plague bearer. Okay. Jesus Christ, I thought you were a tally man. And one for you. And one for you. Love it. I love it. Right. Who have we got? Pascal, where can you go that's useful? Can you go there? He's going to die anyway. Not really much point in that. But if we go there, throw that. Good shot, that man. Go on. Oh, and by the way, one for you. Right. Lord. There's too many of them. Sikara, I think you stay back. I think we just let Abelard handle this. Go stand there for me. Just so that you're in the way if they come for Pascal. Realistically, just stay. He's my next target. Damn it, healed.
Stay vigilant.
Good shot, Jesus. These guardsmen, well, sorry, they're not guardsmen, are they? They're PDF. Hello, one for you. You risk a burn. Boop. Can't you walk there? Okay. Come on. Run at my hammer. I wish you all to kill yourselves. Fear not, that was my Discord, not yours. Oh. First PDF to miss. Second PDF to miss. Eltagun says hi.
Fortune favor the bold.
Brace yourself, Abelard. Just a minor setback.
That's a lot of weapons. We like that. Alright, where were they coming from? Realistically, nowhere. One of the decks. It was fun. I enjoyed that fight. I'd like to do it again. I wonder how many Abelard could kill in a single turn. And that would... Of enemies of that strength, that would purely be dictated by the number of enemies that are in squares adjacent to him that can fit. You know, like, so you'd have to have the one at the front and then he parries, and then one moves in, and then he hits and parries, and you know, you'd have, how much of an area could you fill so that every single one of those enemies in sequence hits Abelard, parries, and gets twatted back? I mean, logically, if the enemies have got 12 movement, it's a 12 by 12 square minus 1, the one that Abelard is in. And obviously, whatever movement the enemies have, that is the... What ships are they? Are they Tau? Those Orca dropships.
When shooting in a burst, the trajectory deviation chance of the second and all subsequent shots in that burst is increased by the recoil value of the weapon.
Good to know, Mr. Narrator. Thanks. I will put that to good use. Actually, didn't know that. I didn't understand. I didn't actually know how recoil was calculated. So him having 50% less recoil is good.
Predators?
The ruins vaguely resemble the architecture of the Imperium, and yet there is some subtle difference to these structures.
No? Just me. That's not good.
That's not good. Yeah, this looks like a dead end. Let's come this way.
The remains of unknown structures are haphazardly strewn about the plateau.
You know when sometimes you see something and it just sends a chill down your spine? I know what that is. And rather, I know what they've based that on. That is a neural frame from the Eisenhorn trilogy in which they kept Glor, or the memory thereof. It was basically a humanized soul stone. Oh no. Oh no, it is. Small chest made from strange materials, no keyhole or any openings. A murky crystal lid on cracked continues to... No! It's Kanjar the Sharp. That is a whole set of problems. Why would that be here? At this point in the timeline, that explains why it's cracked. I may know where I am.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What was the boom, 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 boom there? I mean, this looks... Don't understand. I don't know the origin species of this. This is a bit weird. It's kind of got to be a warp civilization, as in a demon civilization. If you describe this as a geometric shape with uneven sides where the angles don't add up to 360, I am leaving this goddamn planet.
A single look at this strange pattern is enough to send your mind...
Fucking is, it's Saruthi. Whoever designed this planet reads the Eisenhorn novels, and I hate them for this. Because anybody who reads the Eisenhorn novels knows how fucked up this shit could get.
Continuing to play around with this xeno-heresy without thinking is unwise, Lord Captain.
Psytech belongs to an ancient Xenos called Craves. No, not one I know. Monstrosities who enhance their mind control over entire planets with the use of such devices. I can hear so many voices. I feel like I could just reach out and touch whoever is talking. I need to have a word with whoever has done this.
It seems the pattern no longer works. This human skeleton is curled up in an unnatural position. It is inside a void suit with a hole burned right through it. A furious male voice is coming from the old Vox. This is Captain Trevor Durhath, calling the bullion. Get your arses back to the surface and get me out of here. You shits. My guts may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging tone gives way to strangled rasping. Hey, can any of you hear me? Respond. I'll pay double, just don't leave me here. Damn it. It was going so well. We even figured out how to open the first sphere thanks to the pattern on the floor. Yeah. Who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either. Cowards. The moment that beam was directed back, I was already lying with my guts turned inside out, and they were running off with my goods. Oh. Emperor, you whore son, why'd you leave me like that? I'm scared. Oh yes. No, I don't want to die. Not alone. Aren't you supposed to watch over all your children? Quiet, you lot. Shut it already. I can't even hear myself. The recording is silent for a few moments. All you can hear is the sound of someone pounding the shell of a void suit with the recording device. I'm cold. I wonder if I'll die from lack of oxygen, or will my organs give out earlier? The damned god, the damned Imperium. In the end, you will all serve the true masters. The human speech gradually deteriorates into an indecipherable mixture of howling and clicking sounds.
Okay. So, let's reset this. That one goes... Can't be right. We're surely one missing.
I can feel reality getting thinner with each failed attempt.
So on this one, this is actually here. So that means that on this one it should be as well. That is that.
Look, in the jaws.
Right, another chest. Ancient Force Sword. Melee one-handed. Worse damage. Whenever the wielder suffers energy, fire, or warp damage, the sword absorbs a part of that damage, reducing it by psi rating. The wielder gains psi rating armor pen for the next attack. This stacks. Sword is an additional psi rating damage. Most warriors prefer swords. They provide more flexibility, plus parry, enemy weapon skill. I'll take it, but I'm not equipping it.
I always keep my options open.
Second sphere. No additional loot anywhere. Looks to be finished. That's where we blew our way in. Well, I may have just taken one of the most vile heretics to ever plague the Segmentum Obscura onto my ship, but it could just be a box, so...
This lone mountain chain is composed entirely of a mineral with a shiny, mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear starry nights, or when aurora trails dance in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place.
Yeah, I'll give shore leave.
The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterward. The place made a particular impression on Lady Haydari, and she could be heard saying over and over, this would make a fine spot for a palace. And pity you can't bring highborns here on tours.
Why can't we? Genuinely, why can't we? Right, unknown ships. The design doesn't look familiar.
As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha LaBouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You are in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride.
I'm not paying him off, that's for sure. I still don't recognize the design of the ships. Okay, let's have them. Oh, right, my game just crashed. Well, if you can't beat them, crash them, I guess. God, when was my last save? Probably should have gone on that planet with the laser beams. I probably should have tried the other pattern second. Really? I can't believe that never occurred to me. Should have saved with us coming off the planet, to be fair. I might genuinely just nip back down and check the other pattern. Oh, apparently we've never done it. Okay, good job I came back then.
To serve you as a predator whose prey is knowledge.
Predators? You can hear the growling too. A sound so vile it makes your teeth clench, makes you want to kill. No? Just me. That's not good.
Fine.
Just love that.
Keep your
That's
wits
not
about
good.
I am at your service.
Right, uncover that for me.
I've suffered worse.
Continuing to play around with this Xeno heresy without thinking is unwise, Lord Captain. Look in the jaws.
Okay, now let's try the other one.
Someone has carved a strange pattern on the floor. As you look at the lines, a fog descends over your mind.
Looks like we actually can't activate it again. But that's it. But still a good job we came back, otherwise we've never got that weapon again. Yes, grant shore leave.
The shore leave passed
Cool.
without incident,
Thank you.
and the ship's officers talked
F5.
about it for weeks afterward. The place made a particular impression on Lady Haydari, and she could be heard saying over and over, this would make... As soon as you draw close to the unknown ship, it points its loaded cannons directly at you. Several other ships emerge from the shadows of drifting asteroids, tightly encircling you. Captain Xantha LaBouche offers a mocking greeting and a proposition. You can buy your way out of this, but the price must be to her soul's satisfaction. The outrageous suggestion sends your crew into a fury. You are in a no-win scenario. You can enter an uneven fight and lose everything, or shamefully pay to save your skin, sacrificing only your pride.
Shit. We're against two even matched ships here. We go there. All right, now what? This is the ship, so we move one forward. Range still.
Fire at will.
I now can't evade these torpedoes. I've kind of fucked it here. I can.
Activate the Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
Breach in our enemy's defenses.
These ones get me, but starting next turn I can recycle my shields, so that's not too bad. Oh shit, I forgot to reinforce. I think we go. No, no! Oh, I misclicked. Fuck.
Activate the Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
Oh shit, that was wrong. Actually, no, to be fair, that'll put me out of range of him. If I can swing in hard behind. Not much he can do to me now.
3.
Redistribute your shields with the weakest facing me. Open fire.
For the glory of the Imperium.
Don't think that ranges. Oh, it does just.
Changing course. Disengage. Let's live to fight another day.
Spoiler alert. You do not. Outgunned and outnumbered. You just don't have the skills. What about what you got? It's about how you use it. Ooh, yeah, boarding parties. Grab that. Flagship's augurs scan the area for favourable tactical positions. While the flagship is in such a position, its evasion increases by 35%. That's kind of insane. Speed is increased by 2 and its manoeuvrability by 1. The bonus damage dealt by Void Ship Ram based on distance travel is increased by 100%. Fuck. Flagship makes 7 attacks, each of which target a random enemy in an 8 cell and deal 8 to 14 damage. Only be used once per round duration, plus 1 round for every 10 points in the warp channeler's lore skill. End of each turn, the most damaged sector of the shields restores up to 50%. Boarding party to inflate enemy ship into fires and possibly causing Engine damage can only be used once per round. I want to play with boarding parties. It's probably not the best one to get, but I really want to play with boarding parties. Oh, I get 2. Okay, well, in that case, Premonition as well, then. Look at it. Right. If we repair the ship, we can upgrade shield pulse. Loses several charges of... Yeah, okay, I think we do that. We take the hull repair. And we grab the upgraded shield pulse in case we come across any more Deldar. Because those were annoying. I believe we also have a new engine. So we have 14 speed with low acceleration. Determines the length of the ship's acceleration and end phases, and the size of their respective zones. Engines with stronger acceleration and deceleration have larger acceleration and movement zones. Okay, I think I understand. So it's 1 less speed, but with strong acceleration and braking. Let's give it a try. Right. I guess we head into the final
Acolytes of
countdown.
the Cult Mechanicus have reported a disturbing incident. All Vox systems on the middle decks started broadcasting otherworldly sounds, whistling a haunting melody. The strains of monstrous music drove people into a frenzied dance that could not be stopped. Several hours later, the Vox devices fell silent, and the dancing crew members fell lifeless. The area was cleared and the bodies of the deceased were disposed of with the necessary precautions.
Roger that. Emergency void ship. Foul warp entity has pierced the main Geller field. Rogue trader will handle this. I'm not passing up a chance for EXP. Oh, it's the horrors, isn't it? I remember this. I remember. Yeah, it's the horrors. Where nothing here is actually cover. Pain in the arse. And this warp taint keeps spreading.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Right. Do.
I'll make it happen.
Just no cover bonus at all. Kara, you're meant to be able to dodge. Alright, that takes that one down. Next shot has overpen.
That was insulting. All too easy.
Okay, blue horror dead. Veil is pierced. It's going to be a nightmare.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Running binaric override.
Victory is imminent.
Damn. Double parry.
I will do my duty.
Come on, Yolette, keep up. That one's going to die anyway. Can't hit that one, so... Oop. Nice. Double kill. Nice, nice. You need a reload.
If I must.
Already done.
Don't want to warp degrade any more than I have to. Hoping for the stun there, but didn't quite get it. Boop. Can you kill that? No.
At your beck and call.
Oh shit, too close. That's on me. You didn't do it? You just didn't do it. Okay, thanks. What a waste.
Suits my purposes. Nothing I can't do.
And dance across that one. Not enough movement points. Weird. Either way, you're let safe.
It will be done.
Get down. Right, clear up this warp shite. I don't think there'll be any loot with it being demons. Nope. But a nice tasty bit of EXP. Right then, I think I'm going to do one more jump over here. Oh, we need to chart first.
There was a commotion on lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who is responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priests about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner.
How much is it going to cost? A lot. How much damage is it going to do to the accelerator? None. Crack on, chap! It's a super dangerous route. Okay. Let's have a look. No combat in this area, though there is a pilgrim ship. Oh, was that the one that wanted the information on the burning planets?
After analyzing the auger data, the officers were surprised to discover that the planet was once covered with oceans. Long ago, an unknown cataclysm caused the seas to dry out and turn the world into a lifeless desert. The most amazing discovery of all was the skeletal remains of colossal oceanic organisms, some large enough to be seen from orbit.
Shit, alright. Excessive size is not a virtue, unless one considers inordinate exsanguination. Feral world? No, it's not. There's hive cities there. Around blast craters. Oh no, they are just blast craters. Wow, okay.
Another burning world. This time the fires comes from within the planet. The perpetual volcanic activity, creating powerful cyclones of gases, ash clouds, and soot. Now that you know what to look for, your augers easily locate traces of the mysterious underground constructions.
Send sacred machines to explore.
The operation is difficult, but proceeds without a hitch. The machines make way to the unusual constructions, in return carrying priceless samples. Seemingly uninteresting, these plates and weaves of heat-resistant material cause great excitement among the tech priests. The explorers are convinced you are holding the artifacts of a unique ancient Xeno-civilization the crew is now calling the builders from the flame. These creatures were accustomed to the incredibly high temperatures of the burning worlds. They may have been a silicon-based life form, or even sentient colonies of bacteria. More evidence is required if the research is to continue.
Okay. And I believe this is the guy who's looking for burning worlds.
The pilgrim greets you courteously and asks how the rogue trader is faring.
Oh no, this is the phlogiston guy. We only have 2 phlogiston left. How much is he wanting?
The captain of the Dark Piercer is in the best of spirits. In gratitude for your invaluable help, he sends you a small box containing ancient maps and documents. They appear to speak of a certain imperial world lost many centuries ago. Then, in a somewhat conspiratorial tone, the pilgrim relates a story about a standoff between 2 Xenos fleets, which he was told by an acquaintance. The person in question, sadly enough, died at the hands of the Inquisition before they were able to pass on the coordinates for the crash site of one of the Xenos ships. However, the Pilgrim knows for a fact that the vessel met its demise on an ocean world.
Okay. That doesn't really narrow it down. Right. Jump.
The vessel's confessors report discontent among their flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the Voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come.
Sanctify all chambers of the Void Ship one more time. Organize punitive processions against anyone faltering in their belief. No, we'll just do the work.
The holy procession, in full accordance with Ecclesiarchy's liturgical canon, rekindled the faith in the Voidsmen's hearts and renewed their belief in the God Emperor's benevolent power. The whispers subsided, and the crew is ready to face the potential dangers with courage and fervor.
Right. Where is this traitorous bastard?
Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valancius dynasty is finally at an end. Darganus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their mistress will be arriving. The merchant captain's taking refuge in the orbital docks of Darganus Race to send you priceless welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favor and to make an impression on the rogue trader.
Tell Darganus the rogue trader is coming home.
It will be done, Lord Captain. After the connection to the master helmsman is cut, the device crackles with Heinrich's voice. Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Darganus, so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Darganus. I am counting on your benevolence. The Vox cast ends with a click.
Okay, I guess you're coming with then, prick. Need them extractors. That block's flawless. I don't want to do that because I really want flawless servitors. Another burning world. Ooh, lava world.
Intriguing surface topography. It is possible that the molten rock of the mantle poured out as a consequence of a natural cataclysm or a collision with a celestial body.
Dead world. Right, are you going to ambush me, Mr. Adeptus Mechanicus ship, or are you going to be nice?
Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Muggos Tarsus's delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your ladyship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests.
Well, he can feck off then, can't he?
Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable.
Kill him to get lost and learn some manners. I'll take them in, but I guess they're not going to get that, are they? I may as well just
receive the delegation. They may indeed be here on important business. It will be done, Lord Captain.
If it was a planetary governor, I would have sent them the far. But
requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades.
Yes. Okay. Oh, it's him from... Why didn't you say it was him? That's him from Footfall.
A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks toward you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon, 22, whom you encountered on Footfall.
Hey, told you.
The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cod follow in his wake. They blare shrilly.
Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Haniaman, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest.
No, he's not.
The hunched servant of the Omnicia turns to you.
Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus // offer their apologies for / would like to inform you of the necessity of / conducting an operation to / detain / arrest / terminate / a faulty unit on the Rogue Traitors territory.
Study them first. Let's see what we can find out.
You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a Secutor's plated, mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There is an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition.
What do you charge?
On what charge are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue?
This heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiava Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnicia.
The deafening roar from the tech priest's vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers.
The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnicia, I condemn you.
Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly.
You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarzus Haniaman is willingly undergoing holy // torment / deterioration / which however / does not affect / does not critically affect / his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal Haniaman, we have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are / a member of the retinue / a maintenance specialist in the service / of Rogue Traitor von Valancius, we have come here with a goal of / meeting you / intercepting you / engaging you in combat /
Engaging you in combat. Yeah, I'm not handing over unless I get evidence.
I am not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together.
Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode.
Tarzus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath.
Archiving. Tech brother Tarzus opposes lay participation in the / investigation / search for the truth / The unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of the House von Valancius representatives' participation request.
Okay. I mean, we've got a 100% chance here, so why would we not take it?
3. Persuasion. 100%. I have been to Kiava Gamma, and I can assure you Pascal has nothing to do with it.
Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarsus's consent to the co-participation of representatives of the Von Valancius dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse help from laypersons. I am a cog of the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption, and I will carry out the sentence immediately.
Sounds like a Skaven. Are we doing
freezes, but green sparks light up in his visor. He extends a hand toward Tarsus and replies in a clanging voice.
Let the cycle be discontinued.
You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarsus's. Then every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain.
Attention. Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread Supply Line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command, retreat and reinitiate negotiations.
Okay. So, Tarsus is saying, no, fuck this, I'm going to take this prick down. Opticon 22 has gone, we ain't authorized for that, on your own head be it, I ain't joining in. This is the room where we first had our very first fight, with the Tarantula Las turret and the Lehman Russ Annihilator, Demolisher. We came in from over here, we had our first fight just here. Right, duck and cover, I guess. Can't see them from there. Right. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. She's so far away I can't actually minion her. Either way, I'm not going to be minioning you this turn, so that's fine. I can do that. Which allows you to... Well, I didn't get as many as I thought it would. Damn.
On it.
Rotate that.
It's as good as done.
Cool. Right, that's set up nicely. Actually think for once. Ooh, no, bounce to you. If I go there, does that change the angle enough? No.
But of course.
Alright, let's mark up the three who aren't going to be hitting Abelard. Oh, he has 2 attacks. Well, I have 2 parries. His own dude. Oh, he's just swinging wildly at everything around him. Kara. And a boop for you. And a boop for you. Definitely taking that shot. Nice. Right, last one. Take the shot on you.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Damn, should have cast that first. It'd have struck back.
Indeed.
Wow. Got the 1 hit anyway, which was all we would have got had we gone single target. I don't want to stun you in place, so that's fine. So let's overload your systems. And then start stacking debuffs, I guess. Right.
I'll make it happen.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, that's so good. So, giving her a free turn gives her 2 AP. If I shoot something but don't kill it, and then mark it as prey and claim the bounty, I can get another 2 shots outside of turn. That's so useful. Right. Easy.
Requesting cessation of hostilities.
Yeah, go on, help him.
The unit that called itself Tarsus Haniaman // is dead / has been disabled / This material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts.
Okay.
After a pause, Pascal bows his head, and a Benheric requiem pours out of his vox.
Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnicia.
Pascal, what did you do to Tarsus?
Pascal's confused reply comes from his vox in a rasp.
Unable to fulfill request. The Omnicia granted me an epiphany, and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Tarsus's mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on Rykad Minories, where I appealed to the machine spirit of a malfunctioning mechanism and laid it to rest.
I am sorry that you had to kill a comrade.
I also / regret / have a negative assessment of / this event.
I like Opticon, he's great.
The Adeptus Mechanicus still accused the unit identifying itself as Pascal Haniaman of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I am not authorized to immediately / arrest / execute / the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry.
Hey, Grump.
There are no apostates among us.
The piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarsus's thunderous roar.
Tech Brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs, and am requisitioning Tarsus Haniaman's neurologmetic for the purposes of preserving his blessed memory.
Oh, I see. You tried to pickles, and yeah. No, it won't, unfortunately.
As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augmetic from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful.
Pascal?
Pascal?
The tech priest makes an imperious gesture, stopping you from continuing.
Okay.
With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic.
You saw the agony your tech brother Tarsus was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued.
Pascal, don't.
There is a clang as Opticon 22's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed.
Let the cycle be discontinued.
The radiant light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice.
Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades.
Thought he was going to murder them.
Pascal, there is one small point I'm not clear on. What just happened?
Pascal's Vox synth crackles somewhat tentatively.
I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Amarnat sermons, on loss of internal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate.
What is the reason for this act of genuflection?
It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken / openly / over public communication bans / We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all.
What? What the hell's happening right now? Are you possessed by the Void Dragon?
The Messiah of discontinuing? Is that how you refer to Amarnat?
Following Archmagos Amarnat's partial // laicization / removal from the chain of command / that was the authorship attribution on a series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many in times past.
Is Amarnat's teaching not heretical?
This statement is false.
It wasn't a statement, it was a question.
Contrary to what many servants of the Omnicia / thought they knew / preferred to believe / the Fleet Supreme Conclave never / formulated / issued / an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagos Amarnat's views, and / disappeared / were removed from the chain of command / under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since.
Oh.
Were you among his followers?
Negative. I had no contact with Archmagos Amarnat, and was never a member of his / flock / disciples / retinue / However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired in me deep / respect for / trust in / him.
I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved?
The data received provides a basis for calling the fallen tech brother Tarsus's hypothesis into question. / out of respect for / due to lack of authorization to indict / the followers of the Messiah of discontinuing, we will not proceed with a / detainment / arrest / termination /
Good to know.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22.
Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship.
Request denied. The Kappa Thread Supply Line Delegation is leaving Darganus, expresses gratitude for the / hospitality / ceasefire / and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions.
Thank you for your
Tech Priest looks
hospitality
over at
/
Pascal
not
as if
shooting
waiting
me.
for something. Pascal's mechadendrite briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully.
Do I get to loot corpses? Oh, we do. Standard chain axe. Is that a upgrade for you? It is not. You have a shitty axe, my friend. Okay. So we left Opticon 22 alive. That's good for us. Right. Willpower for... No, that's psychic, isn't it? I guess more toughness is in order then. Right. Persuasion is good for us. Carouse has got to be insane. Yeah, 145. And then pure strength. Yours is... Can't do weapon skills, so... Let's do toughness and give you a little more survivability. And boost your demo. Yours is tech use, which we can't do, so we pop it in logic. And then ballistic skill. Yours is warp law. I guess agility. Try and keep you alive a little longer. Awareness and intelligence. Right, nice and easy level. Anything I can loot? It isn't my ship after all. Nope.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I was expecting this place to be, like, fortified against me, to be honest. What with the guy Voigtgear coming here. Guess not. Right, well, we're on the bridge. I guess we should run some trades.
The high factotum Janry's
Willpower and 15 damage to psychic and navigator's powers, but inflicts 10% penalty. That's reasonable. I will take that. Right. Standard power axe, that just goes to sell. Hello. Right, each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they gain 1 resolve. Drakari, Shakira. The wearer inflicts bleeding, burning, or toxing effect on a target. Target gains an additional 2 stacks. That's good. What can we do rep-wise with you? 4,900. Should get us there, but we don't need to spend the lot, so let's take out... so what do we need? We need 900 takes us to 7,000. So then 2,000 takes us to 2,700. So we need 2,900 total. Eldari Fusion Gun, 2-handed ranged melter. And a Drakari Dark Lance. Okay, nice bit of a bump there. A Sunhammer Prow Battery. A Gryphon pattern torpedo tube. Fires 5 with 19. Reasonable. Thunderstrike macro. Dorsal. 2 shots. 21 per. Void shield array. More Styges pattern macros. And then second Jovian pattern. Thank you. Right. $3,400 over to you. Can move without provoking attack of opportunities as long as they have 50% wounds less. That's not worth it, but we'll take it to sell back. I still don't have the old shield. We've never found a shield. It's ridiculous. That's good. Right, Opticon. I want to trade with you, really. You're usually the one with the cool stuff. Whenever the wearer and allies in a 2-cell radius gain momentum, they also gain an equal amount of temporary wounds. Not great. We trade you everything? No. Well, we're skint. Right. Okay, I think it's time to realistically assess what we're actually doing. Anything we're never going to use, let's just send to storage. I don't think that's going to be better for you, is it? Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I hate LSA, so welcome. Why don't you have that? Because it's Deadeye only, that's why. Those weapons are effective at targets in cover. Now, that'd be a lot to spec into for not a lot of gain, really. Gonna keep that, though. Shit. Every 5 crits gets him a free attack. I don't think it's worth it. I think we just go for the pure damage. Right. Psychic Navigator powers but inflicts 10. Yeah, that's fine. There's absolutely no reason we shouldn't have that. That's the wearer's ranged attacks plus 2% damage. Oh, it's based on rate of fire. Okay. If I was to do that... Yeah, okay. So, yeah, no, that's not that good. A tactical advantage we don't use. Inherit or Veil Degradation, 10 toughness, that's way better. In Momentum, they also gain temporary. No. Range weapon at a 1 cell. They also inflict bleeding. We found that that didn't actually give you the ability to do it, so that was useless. Move without provoking an attack of opportunities, and no. Bonus to tech use. It's the weaker version of that, so no. Medicaid, no. Rouse, no. Whenever the wearer is targeted by this ally's ability, the wearer gains fellowship bonus temporary wounds, no. Bonus to logic, no. 5% armor and 5% critical damage to Xenos. Reroll tests. No. All attack of opportunity deal an additional 3% damage. No. It's a shame because he could make use of that if his parry was a lack of opportunity. One bonus damage until the end of combat. No. 10 ballistic skill and 20 critical. The wearer's range attack hits an enemy. The wearer gains 5% bonus to critical for the next range attack against the same enemy. Does not stack. Versus flat 25% critical. Okay, well, that's swapping. Bonus to persuasion. I don't think we need that. Actually, you know what? We don't do damage, so that's weirdly better for us. Exposed weakness reduces enemy strength and agility. No. Damage. Nope. Gains 3% dodge until the start of the next turn for each enemy affected by their psi power. Or their psychic staff. So she can basically hit everybody in a single turn. So she would get 6% dodge. But only until the start of the next turn, where the one she's got is permanent, so no. Whenever the wearer hits an opening with a charge slash or dance macabre, they inflict bleeding. Yeah, okay, we'll keep that. Agility and athletics. Navigate. I mean, what boots have you got? None, right? You wear them. Toughness. Collision damage caused by the wearer. Nope. Boost double the resolve bonus that allies gain from unyielding bacon. Nope. Go on enemies with a single attack. The attack does not spend MP. Nope. Whereas ranged attack decrease target dodge. Nope. Each enemy killed with an area attack increases damage by 3%, stacking until the end of combat. Maybe. No, we've got Grenadier Cloak on, which I keep forgetting. Attack of opportunity, they gain Shrouded effect. Does not affect. So as long as the wearer has... Whenever the wearer deals damage with an attack of opportunity, as long as the wearer has the Shrouded effect, when becoming the attack of a target, they automatically dodge after that Shrouded is removed. You're the only one who could possibly benefit from that. I think I like the flat 10% dodge, though. I keep that one around because I do feel like at some point I'm going to need it. Right, Iconoclast for heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20%, max 60. Nope. First melee attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. Nah. Armor against warp damage. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just mean if you do get psychics, you're not going to get battered by it. Right, what are these? Cyber Mastiff key characteristic. Rogue, Trader, Cyber... What's it actually called? Wrath of the Meek. Where is it? That's not helping. Cyber Mastiff Rogue. I don't know. I want the trait. It's not standard. Attributes and skills. I want key characteristics. Master is lethal. I just don't get how you get these key characteristics. Right, let's try a slightly different one. Servo. Oh, that's not how you spell servo. Servo Skull Swarm. Rogue Trader. Overseer Archetype. Do we not have an Overseer? I thought I was an Overseer. Oh, we don't have an Overseer.
The High Factotum Janry's Danrock.
Rest assured, there are people of the most outstanding talents among the thousands of your crew. I will contact the Overseers at once.
Doesn't matter, I'm just checking something. Archetypes. Yeah, it's not in here, essentially. So some items have been patched into the base game, despite the fact that you can't use them because you're not an Overseer. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll keep those then, just because eventually we may use them. So they're all fine, they're all fine, they're all fine. Tempted to just throw these in miscellaneous because they're just taking up space. Where was that? You've got to be missing some grenades, right? You actually don't need that anymore, so... Right, where were we? Actually good. Right, one last thing I want to do then is check the new engines on the Void ship. The new weapons on the Void ship, and just have a quick pass through those. Right, arsenals. We only have the flak arsenal. We only have the maintenance deck. Okay, negates 9 points of damage on the front and 5 on all others. 7 point damage on port and starboard, 3 on front, 5 on each, 4 on each. So that's still the better one. So we take the rest and put them in cargo. Armors, type, bending, sort. To cargo, add to cargo. Wait, that was right, wasn't it? Yeah, no. Add to cargo. Auspex arrays. 90% chance with 5% critical, 80% with 15, 80% with 5. Let's go for that one. Our hit rate hasn't been terrible. But let's only get rid of the Mark 100. Shields. 80 points of protection on each section, doubled against kinetic. 95, doubled against torpedoes. 70, doubled against blast. That's probably better. I don't know, because that's... We do fight a lot of Imperial stuff. So get rid of Glimmer and Single Void. I think I just got rid of one. I didn't mean to. Damn it. Engines. Right. 13 speed with high acceleration. 13 speed with acceleration. Are those identical? They are. So get rid of that one. Jovian class 2 would keep, because I like that. So keep the Jovian and the Saturnine. Jovian class 1 goes. Jovian class 2 stays. Right. Prow guns. 4 shots, 14 damage. So 40, 50... my brain's 56 to beat. Medium range, long range. I might keep that where it is, but I think... Oh no, they're different. Okay. I don't like having a lance on the front. What is my dorsal? $50 to 60. Okay, so I don't need to keep any of them. I like just having this Mars pattern for nice quick bursts at shields. So they're just better. They're short burning and thus more maneuverable. So let's equip those. We'll lose the Voss pattern, keep the Fortis. Get rid of the Mizoas. $21 per shot, 14 per shot. 21, 3. 4 at 21. Short range. What have we got? We've got Styges on there at the moment, don't we? Yeah. Long range macro cannon fires with 3 shots, 21. Already have one of those, I believe. Riser. You are a Styges. That, keeping that. Right. One last quick trade, and then we head planet side.
The High Factotum Janry's Danrock.
Oops.
Rest assured, there are people of the most outstanding talents among the thousands of your crew.
The High Factotum Janry's Dan.
Wrong one. Didn't get us anything else, but that's not a problem. No updates on those. Right, we're heading down to Dargonus then. Von Valancius Palace. I suppose we should take him with us, shouldn't we? Which means I guess Pascal has to stay behind. Sneaky nobles. Why am I walking so far behind so that Heinrichs is up my arse? Sorry, I've ran forward a bit.
The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your ladyship.
The stately woman in a long, full-dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short, graying hair does not obscure her stern features.
I am Clementia Werserian, Court Chancellor of the von Valancius dynasty. On behalf of all of Dargonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora von Valancius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all. But as one star expires, another always flares to life. And, although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times.
Abelard, is this your mam?
Clementia.
Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return, and the lines on his brow soften ever so slightly. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture.
Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Dargonus was not darkened by unwanted troubles?
It was uneventful. We've been across the entire subsector. It's terrible. We had some incidents.
We had some incidents, but those are irrelevant at this moment.
Quite right, your ladyship. What happened cannot be changed, but you still have great deeds ahead of you. So let us look to the future with hope in our hearts.
Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps we could sate your curiosity by answering any questions you might have? Governor Urban Drivestem has been notified of your arrival on Darganus and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your ladyship still has plenty of time before the meeting.
I would like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers?
They are very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chamber are.
Achilles' face brightens with a pearly white smile, restoring some of his former good looks.
Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it.
You are dismissed.
I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps, before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for a conversation with me?
Achilles bows his head.
I'm certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs in the Von Valancius Protectorate most useful.
I imagine I will. That would be a rather useful thing to have. I'm alone. How far back this way can I get?
The Lex mechanics are exchanging Benharic tirades, not noticing your presence.
Gent has joined a procession.
Glory to the God Emperor.
Yes, yes, I'm sure. Voidship Bridge. Mundus Valancius. Ooh.
The plaque lists the names of each rogue trader to have led the Von Valancius dynasty dating back to the day the capital world was founded.
Okay, what was here? Data conduit, okay. Locked? How dare you?
Unlocked.
I think that's probably the first time I've ever had to actually use one of my multi-keys. Toss a coin to your witcher.
Glinting in the light, the coin falls into the clear water and sinks to the bottom.
And when it did, Yay leveled up.
Glinting in the light, the coin falls into the clear water and sinks to the bottom.
Gotta be a bug, right? And she was already waiting for a level, it just procced because she was there, I guess. Chambers over a dynastic estate. Been throwing rumors up the stairs and straight ahead. Your subject, Achilles Scandalar, informed me that he humbly awaits the opportunity to meet you there. Your ladyship wishes to rest After a long journey, then your personal chambers are up on the stairs and on the right. I understood stairs and right, yes. You need anything, whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Okay. I want the shinies. I think rest is probably the best thing to do first.
According to the inscription on the statue, this is a gift from House Gaprak to the Von Valancius dynasty.
While we're on Darganus, I will check the Secretary's reports and keep an eye on the logisticians. Master Danrock does his job well, but a little scrutiny goes a long way with him.
Tell me where that goes. I'm on the way with Clementia, actually.
Your ladyship.
Clementia bows her head politely. For a chancellor to a rogue trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a saber in a gilded scabbard. Whether for show or protection, one could not say. Only her ring with the Werserian coat of arms indicates that she is of the highest social stratum.
The governor is waiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you would like to see him.
Clementia is different from most nobles, not just in the way she's dressed, but in her bearing too. Although, judging by the scars visible on her skin, at least some part of her education took place on a battlefield, rather than within the secure confines of a lyceum.
What are your responsibilities as Chancellor?
To put it simply, I am your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your ladyship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and other domains on Darganus that you have inherited from Lady Theodora. And whenever you are present on Darganus, consider me your personal secretary.
That's not domains. That's damsons. Why did it read that incorrectly? That's weird.
What can you tell me about Darganus?
All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitor scribes. They now toil across the entire world.
Yeah, alright.
Darganus is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Darganus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships which are used to transport cargo between worlds.
Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds in the Protectorate?
Unfortunately, not at this time, your ladyship. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Darganus went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. Since then, communication with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital.
Are there any other issues that I should be aware of?
Apart from the disrupted communications, Darganus was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet, under the command of Captain Marthius Wersirian, triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask for my opinion on this matter, we have the situation completely under control.
And then we were attacked.
You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment, for the first time. It's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name. But despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words.
Tell me about Governor Drivestem.
Urban Drivestem is a well-respected man, and not just on Darganus but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the von Valancius systems. The Drivestem's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Darganus. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor.
3. Fellowship. Succeeded. The way you speak of Drivestem, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment.
No. No, I don't believe I feel either, your ladyship.
Clementia's steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly flustered by your insight.
We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the laws that are enacted. But we both work for the good of the von Valancius Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt.
Reasonable.
Thank you for the report, Chancellor.
I serve the von Valancius Protectorate, your ladyship.
Achilles Scalander, does he cause any problems?
Why, none at all, your ladyship. Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of the von Valancius dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collaborated on a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain, and he has proven himself quite capable. And, I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Achilles. Which is unusual for a man of his, shall we say, standing.
The last word brings a slight smile to her lips.
The governor can wait a little longer. I still have matters to take care of.
Certainly, your ladyship. However,
Her thin lips twist slightly.
I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you, your action or inaction may be interpreted in a certain way. Now, if your ladyship will excuse me.
I feel like the only thing that I need to be wary of there is how enamored she seemed with Achilles.
Ah, good old Darganus. It's boring here without Lady Theodora. She loved to liven up this sleepy little place with a couple of crazy decrees and public floggings of flabbergasted nobles.
That way.
The servo skull turns the pict recorder lens on you and emits a Benharic trill. My appearance has caused a slight disturbance in the ranks of the servants of the Omnisia assigned to the palace. Analysis of the performance of rituals and maintenance litanies has produced a satisfactory result.
Good, I guess.
My compliments to your taste in art. The collection here is extensive and most interesting.
Nothing to do with me. Haven't you got it, love?
Unlocked.
Right. Right. I suppose we should go and see the Chancellor then. Let's not keep him waiting.
Your ladyship, Governor Drivestem is waiting in the audience. All deal. And lastly, Darganus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of other.
Okay,
I serve the von Valancius.
Don't go from
Certainly,
here.
your ladyship. However,
Her thin lips twist slightly.
I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you, your action or inaction may be interpreted in a certain way. Now, if your ladyship will excuse me.
How do I... There's no way to... Oh, further up. See the actual throne.
The Von Valancius dynasty throne, a visible symbol of the rogue trader's power, which now belongs to you.
Yeah, okay, but I want to use it. I want to talk to the governor. Landing craft. Breeze catcher. Whenever the wearer moves through a cell occupied by an enemy, the wearer gains 15 dodge against that enemy. Yeah.
The leather covers bear the names of the authors, mostly philosophers and theologians from Darganus. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. The cogitator is producing rhythmic sounds, among which a faint ringing stands out. A sturdy safe equipped with several bizarre mechanisms.
Unlocked.
Oh, hello, multi-melter. Right, we'll see if that's any good for Pascal.
This antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared for, but its surface is still covered with a lot of scuffs, scratches, and stains, traces of the previous rogue traders who sat at this table.
It's a big old imperial world. I kind of expected that. That's my bedroom.
By bringing your hand to the scan panel behind the books, you open a hidden door. A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands.
It's a lasgun. What are you talking about? Hello, Eldari artifact fallen over. Who's been in here?
The shelves of the library are laden with dusty tomes. Your eyes linger on the works of several administratum adepts and the memoirs of some unfamiliar explorer of distant death worlds. A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands.
I'll just see what that one is. But it looks like a very human weapon.
A mysterious item undoubtedly created by inhuman hands.
Again, lasgun. Oh shit, let's see what those were. It's in a new era. The wearer gains 1 stack of zealot effect until the end of combat. Wearer gains 10% damage with the area attacks for each stack of zealot. Reasonable. 10% bonus to tech use. There's also increased damage by plasma. Okay, so that's basically lining up on him. What does your cloak do? We don't use the grenades, do we? Let's pop that in. Recoil of automatic weapons. We're not using an automatic weapon anymore. It's big. So basically, every time I spend 2 AP to fire a plasma overcharge, the damage of that plasma overcharge increases by 10%. That's just a stack, 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 stack.
An empty glass and 3 unopened bottles of wine sit on a finely crafted table made from dark, marbled wood. Strange objects lie behind the glass of the display case. The complete absence of explanatory labels makes it impossible to learn what they are. The rare books arrayed on these shelves, with their lavish, almost pretentious bindings, seem to be identical. Dust has accumulated on the raised oil smears. If servants ever access this room, they do so very rarely. This secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the Vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodora reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Several books are stacked next to the sofa. Some appear ancient, while others look like they have never been opened.
No, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. I don't want to do that just yet. That feels like it's going to trigger something.
The mysterious Xeno artifact rests in a stasis field.
You got a Necron. You got a Necron torso in a stasis field. Have you been nicking stuff from Tazarin? Right, okay. Well, I guess we'll have to find out what happens tomorrow. So, that is going to be it for the evening. However, we will be back tomorrow with some more Warhammer for a double bill, because I have got a game scheduled against Stingray, who we're going to be playing some actual tabletop Warhammer. I don't know what army he's planning yet, but I'm going to be playing some Chaos Knights, some big stompy robots. So I've got to go and get that set up right now, to be honest. That's my next job. So yeah, and then we'll be back to some Rogue Trader tomorrow. And then it's on to, what's the word I'm looking for? Some Gunstar Heroes on the following day with Mr. Jerry. Right, well, hopefully this has been enjoyable. If not, why are you here? I'm going to send you all over to see Mr. Wasted Space, so I imagine he's going to be finishing up relatively soon. But I'm going to send you there to watch him browse Amazon, apparently. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.